normally what you see with GIS is a map, and all kinds of maps, and you'll see them in your life all the time, and we'll look at some in a little bit. But underneath all of these maps is data. And the data is like an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet. It usually is lots of columns and lots of rows of data. And the one thing that makes it unique compared to other types of spreadsheets is that there's location information in it. And one of the things that we know is that about 80% of all data has a location, has location information about it. If you capture that location information, then you can use it in a GIS. So next slide. So this is just taking that first table and actually turning that into a simple map that might have information about population density or something else. I don't know what was in that particular table, but in a GIS, you start out, so there's a little area on the globe you're mapping, and in that first layer, you can make a map that shows one thing, and that can be really powerful all by itself. But it gets even more powerful if we go to the next slide, and you see that you can capture other kinds of data about the same place. And let's go to the next slide. So once you've captured the data that you need for different types of information, you can use these powerful tools built into the software to analyze the information and produce new information about that. So a real quick example that you might see is if someone wants to know, well, we want to put a new hospital. We think we need another hospital in our community, and say it's a mountainous community. Where should we put it? Well, you can use GIS to lay down a layer of terrain that says, well, this is, these are the areas, this is what the slope of the area is all around you. And it can pick every spot on the terrain, what the slope is. A transportation layer. Here's a layer of highways and service roads. And how close is it to another hospital? Because we don't want it to be in the same place. You might have a layer with population density that says, okay, here's where everybody's living now. Maybe since the first hospitals were built, population's built out into the suburbs. So you can put all of these layers together and use the software to calculate where is the best terrain to build on, where's access to a highway, where are you far enough from the other hospitals that it's a good spot. Maybe there's, and the right kind of population density around you, and any of a number of other factors. So the GIS can run the software and boom, it'll spit out 3 or 4 good candidate locations. That's how GIS is really powerful. And that's very hard to do without it.